Hello guys, long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Today, I thought I'll change things up, and instead of reviewing a product that I bought or a game that I recently played, I thought why not showcase and review my very own homemade Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. I will also try to describe the process on how I made it so that you can do it on your own if you're interested. All it took was one idea and a little help from my dad in terms of using some specific tools safely. The materials that I used are a wooden plank, a wooden broom handle, nails, and some random wood parts that I had lying around, mainly for decoration purposes. This sword is approximately 1 meter and 16 centimeters tall and 25 centimeters depth. It weighs approximately 4 kilos and a half, and it's fully made out of wood. To start things first, I took the wooden plank, which was 100 centimeters tall, and around its 90 centimeters, I drew with a black mark the shape of the blade's head. I then used the red mark in order to draw the sharp part of the blade. I figured out that if the blade is 25 centimeters depth, I should make the sharp part of the blade the last 10 centimeters. And I made it so that the silver part should be around 115 centimeters. I really hope that the video is showing you what I mean, but in case you don't, let's put it simply that if you see Cloud and Zack's sword, it has two different colors. The upper hat, the one that is dark grey, is much thicker than the silver part, which is at the bottom. So let's do this. Cut the wood marked in black with a saw or a jigsaw. Please do not try this at home alone or have someone to help and supervise you. Then use the tool known as plane, either handheld or electronic, again do make sure you're supervised, to shape the blade and make it more thin. Make sure that it is not thin enough to break easily. As I mentioned, the sharp part of my blade starts at 15 centimeters all the way to 25. Once you finish with the plane, I will advise to wrap the blade with the sandpaper. This process will straighten your blade and will be a lot more helpful during the painting process, and in general, you want to have a smooth blade. The next part is optional, but I recommend you do it. Get two thin wooden rectangles, 20 centimeters tall and 6 depth, and place them in the space of 10-15 near the top of the blade, leaving 5 centimeters from completely reaching the top from both sides, one piece at a time. Place it with glue and then hammer 2 nails to make sure it won't move or drop. This is where we're going to make our materia slots. For this, we need to make 2 holes. We can have as many holes as we want to, but the Buster Sword has only been seen with 2. I made my holes with a hole saw. The size of the holes should be equal to the items you wish to use as material. For mine, I had already pictured that for materia I was gonna use 2 balls from the wooden rackets that are made for the beach due to the fact that A, they are small and can easily be squished in, B, they come in various colors, green, pink, yellow, red, to represent the material's usage, and C, I had plenty of them lying around throughout the years. The holes have their radius equal to 2 centimeters, so their size is approximately 4 centimeters overall, which is very convenient as there's a size for a head for the hole saw. Again, I'll repeat, do have someone to supervise you if you're going to use a hole saw. Once you made them, wrap them using a sandpaper and make sure the items you chose to use fits in. On our rectangle, my hole starts from 3 centimeters to 7 and from 13 centimeters to 17. If you don't have any materia items, you can just leave the holes empty. With all of this done, we have the blade part ready. We now need to paint it. I use silver spray for the blade part of it and a dark grey paint for the body. For the neck of the blade, I used again 2 rectangles, size 5 and 28. I drilled them on top of the sword where we previously left the 5 centimeters. You will notice that the 2 new pieces are longer than the main body, and that's fine. Put them on top of the blade and make sure that there's 1.5 point exceeding from both sides, giving it symmetry. We can cut the wood part that was removed in step 1 where we made the blade into smaller pieces to fill in that 1.5 centimeter. Okay, now under supervision again, drill the pieces with screws to stack them together. Once this is done, you can use foam to fill the empty parts and sandpaper to make sure that the blade looks smooth. Decoration is optional, but hey, we do want it to look good, right? Keep in mind, whatever you make on the one side, you have to do it on the other side as well. For mine, I use glue gun to glue wooden T-steer sticks at each side of the neck, giving it that one extra layer. And finally, I added 5 cutter washer hollow brass Italy Positos, sorry I had to Google the name, in each side, similar to how the Buster Sword has them. If you don't have any, or if you didn't understand what they are, they're essentially the items that you place to protect the nails when you drill them. Last but not least, the handling. The handler of my Buster Sword is the Broomstick that I listed earlier. I chopped it to 38 centimeters. I then used the hole saw to drill in the center of our blade's neck in order to place it in. To make sure that the broomstick will stay, and I used plenty of glue, and I also used mini sticks that I carved in the shape of ramps to hammer them in alongside the broomstick. Once I made sure that the broomstick wasn't going anywhere, I left it to dry and I chopped the parts of the ramps that were sitting on top. I painted the broomstick red, however it's a type of red that is close to brown. And for the final piece of the puzzle, I placed on top of the broomstick a rubber foot top of grey color, similar to how the Buster Sword has a thing on top. Well, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I genuinely hope the pictures and the small animation help you understand the process that me and my dad went in order to make it, and hopefully it's easy enough for you to follow and make your own version of it. I'm sorry that I haven't filmed any of the process while we were making it, but I hope you will understand. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please tell me in the comments if you tried to make it, and if not, if it came out looking good. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.